Morning, Dave.
Morning.
Just maybe a thought on Carolina and what you've seen from them this year. What kind of a challenge you think they present you?
Quick team, skilled, quick team. You know, they put the work in. They create a lot of havoc in the game with their speed. So it'll be a good test for us.
When you're on a few losses like this, I don't know if the temptation is there to shake things up or start moving things around a little bit more. Kind of take us through that thought process in your head about doing that versus maybe also coming out of it a little bit the last few games.
Well, I think we've played well enough to win the last 2 games, so you can go in there and tinker, or you can try to keep pounding away at what you're doing and see if you can find the results you want. And we've been kind of all over the place a little bit because of the injuries, especially on the back end. So we're trying to stabilize a little bit. So last game we thought we deserved a better fate in the game. Let's go see if we can try to find a better fate tonight.
Sorry, just a thought on that back end. Do you kind of lean more on guys like CC and some of the older guys now because you're still young, you look like you're getting healthy, and then obviously Russell goes down. And do you lean a little bit more on those guys?
Well, what veteran guys like that do, they stabilize your group, you know, and it's they just have a calmness about the game that they're not over their head in anything, and that calmness can help young players. You know, you put a young player with a veteran guy, and it seems to can settle down a little bit. But we've been really all over the place here because of the injuries, and then Rusty looks like he's going to be minimum a couple weeks now again. So I don't know what it is about our left side defense this year, but it's taken a hit like I've never seen before. But that's the way it goes sometimes, and you just have to read and react. But our veteran guys, you know, they get back in there. Like you saw CC came back in. He's just a stabilizing guy in there, and that's what that's what you like to see from your veteran players.
Is Duncan Keith close? I know he was out there today.
He's close. He won't play tonight, but he's getting closer.
Kyler Yamamoto said at the beginning of the year he wanted to shoot more. I think he's got 28 shots in 25 games.
Yeah.
What do you want to see from him? I don't think he's got any shots in the last 2 or 3 games.
Shoot more.
Yeah. Is he not getting into the positions, or he just doesn't want to shoot?
No, I think there's on that line there's a little more of a pass first mentality. We've been trying to get our group to have a lot more of a shot mindset, and we've got through. But Dry is a guy who he wants to hang on to the puck, and Yamo makes a lot of good plays to him. So that's where it's at. Now that being said, every player can get yourself in a position to shoot more, and that's something that we've been talking to Yamo about.
Thank you.
Dave, Warren is going up against his former team tonight. In your experience as a player, when you have a teammate going up against a former player going up against their former team, is there a little bit extra jump in their step in order to get them the win?
Yeah, I think both him and Bearsy will be excited to play against him. I mean, it's especially the first time you get, you know, as you go on, it wears off a little bit, but the first time, both players have only been in one organization, so they'll be excited to play both of them. I think you'll see great games out of both of them.
Are you getting what you expected out of Fogle? I know the goals aren't there, but the overall package, what do you see?
The game he played last game was exactly what we're hoping for right there. I mean, he's around the net. He's hard to play against in front of the net, moving his feet, tenacious on the puck. Those are the things we're looking for. So hopefully he can build on that game the last game. They didn't get points, but they were around it all night. So hopefully that's a good sign of things to come.
There's been a lot of movement on that line. Is it more of a case of just finding some chemistry with 3 guys and maybe
a little bit? You know, we tinkered around with it, but now they've been together 2 or 3 games now. Last game was the best game they played so far. So hopefully, like you say, we can continue to push them along, and if they can get rewarded with some of that work they're doing, it'll help the cause.
You've been trying to you've had to work in some young defensemen over on that left side. It looks like Lagesson tonight. Yeah. Just a thought maybe on Broberg's game and, you know, what he needs to do to be that every night guy that gets that spot, because I think, you know, the pedigree is maybe there, but he hasn't been able to lock that down.
Yeah, there's stages that young defensemen go through to be able to be good, consistent players. And when you first come up, you always see it. They first come up and they get that, there's a little bit of, you know, there's lots of juice in, they get going, and then the reality sets in, and this is a really hard league, and you got to get at it every night, and that consistency is something that young players have to learn. But he's, he's a great skater. He's a real knowledgeable kid. He just needs to get stronger a little bit. But this was a good, it was a good first bit for him here. We chatted with him here yesterday before he got sent down, and now he's back because of Rusty. But he's taken steps the right way. He's taken steps the right way, and he played well down there. He came in. We threw him in a really tough situation here where he probably got more, which ended up being good for him, got more because of the injuries. But now he recognizes how hard it is, and he recognizes how hard he's got to work to get back and to get up to a consistent level in the NHL. So hard spot for young players to find their way, but he's moving the right direction. All right. Thanks, guys.